President Muhammadu Buhari travels to London for medical checkup and Global Education Summit. Cross River State commercial airline Cali Air commences operations on Calabar route amidst pomp and pageantry. Over 500 Cross Riverians to benefit from Nta Calabar insurance scheme. Plus, Lafarge Africa grooms female truckers for service delivery at Plus Eventry. Details of these in just a moment. Good evening. Thanks for joining us on Nta Calabar News at 7. I am Maria John. Now the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari has departed Nigeria for the United Kingdom today. A statement by the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, explains that the President is embarking on the trip to participate in the Global Education Summit and financing global partnerships for education in 2021 to 2025. The statement discloses that after the event, the President spent a few days in the United Kingdom for an early scheduled medical checkup. The summit will be co-hosted by the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Boris Johnson, and the President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta. It is expected to bring together heads of state and government, as well as stakeholders and youth leaders, and provide a platform for partners to chart a way forward towards transforming education systems in partner countries through the exchange of best practices. President Buhari is expected to hold bilateral meeting with Prime Minister Johnson. Under the President's entourage are the Minister of Foreign Affairs Geoffrey Onyema and the Minister of State for Education Chukwuemeka Mwajuba. Others are the National Security Advisor Major General Babangana Mungunu, retired, and the Director General, National Intelligence Agency Ambassador Ahmed Rufai. The President is expected to return to the country by the 7th week of August. The Cross River State commercial airline popularly referred to as Cali Air has commenced operations on Calabar route few days after it made a flight from Lagos to Abuja. The Boeing aircraft from the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, arrived at Margaret Echo International Airport, Calabar, in a carnival-like celebration after the usual water cannon welcome from maiden flights. Paul Abel was there and completes the story.
We are right now at the Margaret Echo International Airport, Calabar, and Cali Air is embarking on its first flight here in Calabar, from Calabar to other states.
The excited Governor Ben Ayade commended Cross Riverians for keeping the faith with his administration, emphasizing that the airline is fully owned by Cross River State, but partners aero contractors for its operations, as the feat will improve the economic fortunes of the state.
The whole concept of Cali Air is to ensure that Cross Riverians save costs on transportation and increase the footfalls into Calabar so that our hotels can boom, we can increase our tourism. As Cali Air begin to prosper, we are going to see more aircrafts being procured by Cross River State Ministry of Aviation. And like I said, this is a property of Cross River State government, by extension, citizens of Cross River. Your money is there, my money is there. If it's one naira you pay tax, this is how we got to this aircraft.
The pilot, commissioner for aviation, and others comment on the importance of the airline in Cross River State.
It's a good innovation by the state governor to be able to open this route again for indigenes of Cross River State to have a proud aircraft that are going to be able to fly.
You should not use all your resources to definitely put in transportation. Ours is the least of all air transportation in this world.
You're seeing me, I'm boarding the flight. I'm going to be the first commissioner on board this airplane to Abuja. And by the time I come back, I'll tell you how sweet and smooth the flight is.
After the maiden formalities, passengers board the flight en route Abuja. In Calabar, Paul Abel, Nta News.
Over 500 Cross Riverians are to be enrolled in the state government's health insurance scheme founded by the Ben Akak Foundation. Achibombasi reporting from the local government area says the poorest of the poor across the 18 local government areas of the state are to benefit from the package.
Created by the state governor, Ben Ayade, in 2016 to ensure adequate and affordable healthcare delivery is available to all rural dwellers, the scheme has placed Cross River State as the first in Nigeria to set up a law on healthcare insurance.
Hearing people helping other people, but today it has reached us. We have seen it, we have heard it, and we have received it. For Budu, we never experienced anything like this.
Since the inauguration of the program in March 2021, the chairman of the Ben Akak Foundation, Ben Akak, has become the first Cross Riverian to fund the scheme. He says his love for humanity and the desire to ensure a better life for the vulnerable in the society has remained his motivation.
There's nothing as fulfilling as seeing the life of humanity, the life of human beings change. Every of those things we've done is not about us, it's about the people. We think the people should be better off. We should leave them the better way we met them. We consider health as being wealth. So our priorities are strategic and they are right.
It's really very deep. You know, when you give health, you know, you give wealth. And when you give wealth, you've given people a life.
I and you may be able to subscribe to our health anywhere, but these persons may not be able to do that. So this is a platform that affords them that opportunity, and I want to encourage them, to key into this program.
While urging beneficiaries to take advantage of the scheme, the chairman, Ben Akak Foundation, tasked privileged individuals in the state to support the government's efforts to better the livelihood of the people. From Obudu local government area in Cross River State, Achibon Basi, Nta News.
As part of moves to enhance service delivery, the Lafarge Africa is embracing diversity with inclusion of women truckers in the delivery of its products to all parts of the country. The first batch of women who have been groomed in truck driving have graduated from the Lafarge Training Institute. Justin Anton captured the 2021 graduation ceremony.
There is no gainsaying that the transportation industry is stereotypically male-dominated. But Lafarge Africa plc, a company that produces building materials, is poised to change this narrative with the incorporation of these 31 female truck drivers in the delivery of its products.
We rely very much on introducing equality and gender diversity in the domain of transportation, and we look forward really for females to improve the standards of driving.
It is the belief of stakeholders that women are more careful when handling issues, including driving. As such, engaging them in the transportation industry will only facilitate healthy competition among their male counterparts, leading to reduction in road crashes.
See that the females, they have this passion for safety more than the men. That's why we really commend Lafarge for coming up with this initiative.
For the female drivers, we have a conference we're coming up in Abuja very soon. I will instruct all the road traffic officers on the road to encourage you as a driver.
Cross River State government commended Lafarge PLC for empowering the women in contribution to national development.
From what I've seen today, I'm very impressed. The government will be supporting in any way possible, not just because it will increase the business, which obviously has a positive multiplier effect in the Cross River State government's economy, but also because as you empower women, you empower households.
They are going to be undergoing mentorship after this, so they will not just go to the roads, because driving a truck is no mean feat.
Beneficiaries promise to brave the odds and thrive in the transportation industry, which is male-dominated.
Thank you to everyone who has made this possible for us. I am no better than my sisters that are seated over there, but I am so privileged to be called to stand here this moment.
Lafarge Africa PLC is a member of the Holcim Group, known for the production of quality concrete and building materials. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
And in compliance With the Nigerian Army Headquarters Training Directive for the year 2021, the 82 Division has commenced activities for warrant officers and senior non-commissioned officers competition in Calabar. Achilongbasi reports that the competition, which is an important aspect of the Nigerian Army capacity building development, is in pursuance of the Chief of Army Staff vision of having a professional Nigerian Army ready to accomplish assigned mission within a joint environment in defense of the country.
The 5-day competition between the warrant officers and senior non-commissioned officers representing various formations and units of 82 Division is part of deliberate efforts to develop the capacity of participants to deliver on individual and group tasks. The General Officer commanding 82 Division, represented by Commander 14 Brigade, Brigadier General Mohammed Bello Wabili, says the primary goal of the competition is to improve teamwork through the infusion of organizational ability and the inculcation of initiative in the stipulated ranks.
Soldiers are the bedrock of subunit and unit, and it is well-known fact that a chain is as strong as its weakest link. Therefore, it is expected that every soldier will possess skill sets of the highest quality.
With all the formations and units in 82 Division grouped into 4 to ensure maximum participation, this year's competition has provided opportunity for better involvement by female soldiers.
These skills are paramount in any warrant officer and senior non-commissioned officers competition, being the link between the officers and soldiers in the Nigerian Army.
At the end of the drill competition, which signaled the commencement of the event, the umpire, Colonel Nsikan Udofia, announced 13 Brigade as winner. 14 Brigade took second position, 82 Div came third, while 44 Engineering Brigade took fourth position. In Calabar, Achibong Basi, NTA News.
A non-governmental organization known as South Presidency 2023 Advocacy Group is appealing to all regions of the country to support its peace as provided by the Constitution. The group issued a 10-point communique on its stand on other national issues immediately after the second delegates conference in Calabar. Paul Edel was there.
With 2023 still 2 years ahead, this group, comprising members from all the 6 states of the South-South region of Nigeria, is leaving nothing to chance as it advocates that the South should produce the next president and the South-South be allowed to complete its 2 terms, since former President Goodluck Jonathan, who is from the region, did only 1 tenure and handed over to the North. Part of the 10-point communique emphasized on burning issues such as South-South belief on the unity and indivisibility of Nigeria, need for relevant security agencies to secure and protect lives, complete reconstruction and rehabilitation of the Calabar A2 road by the federal government, lopsidedness in the delineation of additional polling units by INEC, and for the region to actively participate in the ongoing voters registration.
The aim of the conference is to re-emphasize the need for the South-South geopolitical zone to produce a president of its extraction come 2023. The group supports the Southern Governor's call for a Southern president in 2023. However, we advocate that the presidency be microzoned to the South-South come 2023.
The pro-tem chairman of the group entertained questions from journalists on how it intends to actualize its stand and spoke on other national issues.
We have capable hands. We have so many capable hands. The intrigues that will come out of it, everyone, in fact, we are the people that best suit the situation, because when you talk of the president coming to South-South, it will bring unity, it will bring trust, it will bring peace to the country. So we don't have one particular person for now, but we know that in whichever way they push it to, we are capable, we can fit into the shoe.
The group, which is non-partisan, believes that the region has reliable leaders, both past and present, to serve and make life meaningful for Nigerians. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
This is news reaching you from the studio at Nta Calabar. You can watch this newscast on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Nta Calabar. We will take a break and the news continues shortly.
As news breaks from the north, south, east, and west of Nigeria, we bring it to you. News from the length and breadth of Cross River State is sent to you via this channel.
With movers and shakers in various spheres of influence talking to us, we carve a niche and showcase our experience in broadcasting, because it's NTA Calabar before others.
You can't get this anywhere else. It's only here on NTA Calabar News, showing at this times 3 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and 7 p.m. every day. NTA Calabar News. Our experience counts.
Welcome back to the rest of the news. And Akwa Ibom State High Court sitting in Uyo has commenced trial of Uduak Frank, the suspect who allegedly murdered a 26-year-old female job seeker in Yobon More. Taking plea before Justice Bernard Ilaumo, the accused pleaded guilty to charge 1 which borders on murder. Clement Barikwi reports.
At the commencement of trial, the first respondent, Udo Akpan, was assigned a lawyer by the court since he could not have a legal representation. The suspect was arraigned in court alongside his father, Frank Akpan, for contravening the Criminal Code, Cap 38, Volume 2, Laws of Akwa Ibom State 2000. He pleaded guilty to count 1, which borders on murder, and not guilty to rape, while the father, Frank Akpan, is charged for accessory after the fact to murder, contrary to Section 329 of the Criminal Code, Laws of Akwa Ibom State 2000, an offense he pleaded not guilty.
If tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, 10 years from now, evidence comes out that can tie anybody who is not charged today to this crime, that person will be charged and prosecuted to the end.
Even if the accused person pleads guilty, the law still requires that the court should enter a plea of not guilty for him, and it still behoves on the state to lead credible evidence to prove the charge before the court.
It's going to be justice according to law, not justice according to public opinion. For the proof is incumbent upon the accuser.
Justice Bernard Ilaumo adjourned the case to August 18, 2021 for continuation of trial. Uduak Frank, in April this year, allegedly lured 26-year-old final-year philosophy student of the University of Uyo in Yobon Moren with fake job interview and killed her at his residence in Uyo. Clement Barikui, NTA News.
And the trial of the acclaimed leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, held at the Federal High Court, Abuja. Nnamdi Kanu is standing trial on an 11-count charge before his trumping of bail and his rearrest in June 2021. Watertight security was provided in and around the trial court. Nnamdi Kanu trial alongside 4 other persons commenced in 2015. Kanu jumping off bail in 2018, which was granted on health ground, led to the separation of his case from the other 4. Nnamdi Kanu is standing trial before Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja. The ongoing massive renovation was at the Nigeria Correctional Service, Cross River State Command Headquarters, and the barracks is expected to boost the morale of staff, enhance performance in the execution of constitutional responsibility, as well as enhance the aesthetics of Calabar. Comptroller of Corrections, Cross River State Command, Ben Rabi Friedman, stated this during an exclusive interview with NTA News. Paul Eagle tells us more.
Is the Nigeria Correctional Service, Cross River State Command. This is the headquarters
as well as the barracks that is just behind the headquarters, is undergoing massive reconstruction renovation. This facility, since its inception over 35 years ago, has never received any form of renovation. The entire headquarter complex is undergoing total renovation, ranging from the roof, windows, and other office furniture. The accommodation for men is not left out, as the roof, ceilings, floors, windows, toilets, and bathrooms, among others, are all wearing a new look with constant portable water supply.
Like you can see, the extent of work that is going on here will transform the landscape, the state headquarters, and the barracks. And the effects, the impact will be very monumental. We have a better environment for work. We have a more conducive environment. The aesthetics, the decency of our office space, will be scaled up tremendously. So to give us opportunity to work in a better, value-added environment, and to enable us to fulfill our mandate, a statutory mandate, of playing a role as correctional officers. So the space will be changed. It will look more decent and beautiful. The aesthetics of not just the service, but we're looking at the aesthetics of Calabar, because it's an upgrade in the infrastructure of Cross River State.
The controller also has this advice for Cross Riverians as Nigeria continues to experience insecurity in parts of the country.
Statutorily, our mandate is to take people into custody, giving them safe and humane custody when they have valid warrants from courts of competent jurisdiction. And we are an integral and essential part of the criminal justice system, working with the policing agencies, the judiciary, and the correctional service at the receiving. My advice to perseverance would be for them to be law-abiding and to appreciate the enormous work that the security agencies are doing to keep the peace and to ensure that the state is safe, is peaceful, because that will be like a catalyst to attract investors to come into the state and invest.
The renovation work is expected to be completed in September 2021, while the Controller General of the Service is expected to inaugurate the project. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
And now to sports. Former Super Eagles player medalist Kanu Nwankwo is leaving no stone unturned in his quest to promote national unity through football. One of such moves was the friendly match between Papilo FC to Owerri and Urim FC in Port Harcourt. Jenny Bassi reports that Urim Football Club trashed Papilo FC 2-1.
Almost perfect weather for football, beautiful ambience, and a good share of talent best described what went down during the friendly match between Papilo FC and Urim FC in Port Harcourt. Both teams played arguably the most entertaining game of the match. Urim FC goalkeeper made some good saves, and when he couldn't, his post was there for him. Few minutes after the first goal by Papilo FC, Urim FC equalized with a hat-trick and thereafter sealed the game with an additional goal, which was the winning goal.
It was a really great experience. The results speak for themselves.
It's a very nice game. So, I won't blame them anyway, because they traveled to Lagos since last week and they are playing counter like 3 games.
Organizers of the match commended the players for their teamwork approach, saying it is a way of discovering and encouraging talent at the grassroots.
Football is very important, and if you're talking about crimes, that's the youth, you don't want them, you have to occupy them. And for me, football is a major tool to occupy the young ones. And not only that, football is something that brings unity.
They're trying to expose them, get them to be match fit, and then they are learning.
Better you start picking them from, the scratch, discovering
what I call the young talent, the hidden talent.
With a platform such as this, under the supervision of the former Super Eagles star and an international player, some of these boys might just find their way into the Super Eagles of Nigeria team.
My name is Kanu, aka Papilo. Yeah, keep on watching Sport Updates, NTA, Port Harcourt.
For Sports Update, Jenny Bassi, NTA News.
And still talking sports, let's now join Clement Olamitoyo for more on Sports Updates.
The hope of Elizabeth Ayenacho making it far in the taekwondo event at the ongoing Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games hit the rock in the early hours of Monday as she lost a fight to two-time Olympic medalist Nta of Turkey 7-12.
I wanted to put a smile on Nigerian's face, but I couldn't do so much, but I'm going to just go and keep working out.
In another development, after her 4-1 victory over Sila Dora Madaras in the opening table tennis women's singles match, Nigeria's representative Edem Ofion was knocked out of the event by three-time American champions Lily Zhang. The Nigerian put in a great effort, but her Tokyo journey ended after a 1-4 loss to the American. Nigeria's solid true hope as far as the table tennis is concerned now lies with Aruna Quadri, who will face 36-year-old Gustavo Suboy of Brazil on Tuesday. And on to football, Aqua United moved a step closer to a first Nigerian Professional Football League title following a 3-0 win over Jigawa Golden Stars in Uyo. Aqua United now have 67 points from 35 matches. On the other hand, Sunshine Stars, Warri Wolves, FC Fanyumba, and Adamawa United, after 35 matches, garner 35, 37, 32, and 25 points to place in 17, 18, 19, and 20 on the table. Clement Olorutoba, NT News.
And that's it on our package for tonight. But before we go, a quick recap of our major stories. President Muhammadu Buhari has departed Nigeria for London to participate in the Global Education Summit on Financing Global Partnership for Education 2021 to 2025. The Cross-River Commercial Airline, popularly referred to as Cali Air, has commenced operations on Calabar route 2 days after its maiden flight from Lagos to Abuja. Over 500 cross-rivers are to be enrolled in the state government's healthcare insurance scheme funded by Ben-Akak Foundation. Also in the news, Lafarge Africa, a leading cement company in West Africa, has diversified with the inclusion of female truckers in its operations for service delivery across the country. That's it on the news. Many thanks for watching. Have a good night.